In order?
Councilwoman Selby,
Present.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Present.
Supervisor Keating,
Present.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Present.
Councilwoman Martin,
Present.
Supervisor Keating, pledge of allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, tonight we don't have any other preliminary matters. We'll move on to item number 2 for regular business. First item is the correction and adoption minutes from the January 15, 2020 town board meeting. Councilwoman Lukacek.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I reviewed the minutes. I have no corrections. Make a motion that we approve the minutes from January 15th, 2020. A second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 2 tonight is the consideration of all fund bills. Councilwoman Selby.
Yes, I had the opportunity to review the fund bills, and I'd like to make a motion to approve the payment of $148,433.27.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, this evening, moving on to number 3, we have 3 pieces of correspondence. The first item is a letter from the planning board notification of the election for the 2020 officers. That's been received and filed. Item number 2 under correspondence is a letter from the zoning board of appeals, notification of their February 6, 2020 meeting cancellation. That has also been received and filed. And the third item is a letter from LaBelle and Associates, which is the town engineer regarding the proposed Dollar General site plan. And that has been received and filed. Moving on to new business tonight. Almost on time for the public hearing. A couple minutes left here. So let's go down to item number 5 under new business tonight.
It is time.
It is time? We got 25. Okay. So we'll move right in. Thank you. So item number 1, we have a public hearing to extend the Boston Emergency Services contract. Councilwoman Martin.
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. This is a public notice of a public hearing. Please take notice that the Boston Town Board, Erie County, New York, will hold a public hearing on February 5th, 2020 Town Board meeting to extend the Boston Emergency Services contract for the purpose of furnishing ambulance service to the town of Boston in the amount of $54,423, which will be allocated as follows. $32,000 general operating costs, $8,000 liability insurance, and $14,423 is the annual installment due on September 29th, 2020 to Evans Bank, ambulance unit number 815. This hearing is held Wednesday, February 5th at 7:30 p.m. All persons interested in the matter shall be heard against or approved. Anyone have anything to say? Moving on.
I'll move forward. So open the floor for comment. I will presume no comments, so I will close the floor. Sure, so we'll move on to item number 2 under new business, which is resolution 2020-10, authorizing the contract for general ambulance service for the Boston Emergency Squad. Councilwoman Martin.
Thank you. Town of Boston desires to provide by contract for general ambulance service and first aid for those persons who require such services within the boundaries of the town. Whereas after due deliberation on the foregoing, the town board believes it to be in best interest of the town to execute the contract dated February 5th, 2020. There be it resolved, Town of Boston hereby authorizes the contract dated February 5th, 2020 for general ambulance service and first aid with Boston Emergency Squad Incorporated. I make a motion to approve the contract with resolution 2020-10.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right. Item, yes, right. So if we move on to item number 3 tonight, I just want to open up the floor. So item number 3 tonight, recognition of Thomas Kyle. So he provided 50 years of service to the North Boston Volunteer Fire Company, and that'll be Councilman Carter-Keeney.
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. Thank you for everybody coming out tonight to recognize Tom Kyle for 50 years of active service, active duty to the North Boston Fire Company. It's my pleasure to introduce Legislator John Mills, who I understand has a proclamation, and also Mitch Martin from Senator Gallivan's office, which also has a proclamation, and I will be presenting for Assemblyman David DiPietro tonight. He's unable to make it with a vote in Albany. So at this time, should we come up here and, yeah, come on up. Where are you, Dave? Yeah, go ahead and step up to Mike, sure.
Thank you, Board, and Tom, it's a great honor to be here. Certainly it's a pleasure to be here also. I was at a function a couple of weeks ago with the Evans Fire Department, and they had a gentleman there, Angelo Rizzuto, who served 60 years in their fire department, and hopefully we'll get you the 60 years also today. Another proc for you. So on behalf of the Erie County Legislature, I want to present you with a proclamation honoring your 50 years of service in the North Boston Fire Service. And representing the district, I have 15 towns and villages. The fire service is #1 right across my district. Some people just don't understand or take for granted what you do as a firefighter. On your personal time away from your family, to train and do the training and provide the service and the safety for the residents of the town of Boston. And I deeply appreciate it. It's always an honor to come to these functions because it's something that is what America is all about, service. Congratulations, Tom.
Thank you.
Again, my name is Mitch Martin. I'm representing Senator Gallivan. Unfortunately, Senator Gallivan's on his way back from Albany and couldn't be here, but this is important, an important event, and I'm sure you realize he was the former sheriff of Erie County and a state trooper, so the type of service that you're putting in is amazing. We appreciate it, and you actually have served longer in the North Boston Fire Company than I have been alive, so it's amazing. I'll be 50 next month, and so congratulations. It's truly an honor to be here. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
My name is Chris Quell, I'm the Deputy Fire Commissioner for Erie County. Tom, we're just here very happy for you. 50 years is quite an accomplishment in the fire service. With all your brothers and sister firefighters here, I have a little proclamation from the Fire Safety Office and County Executive Mark Coleman, so we're going to give you that.
Thank you very much.
So on behalf of the Assembly of the State of New York, David DiPietro asked me to read this to you. Whereas the state of New York takes great pride in recognizing and honoring those individuals who selflessly dedicate themselves to protecting the community, and whereas one such individual is Thomas Kyle, who is recognized for 50 years of dedicated service with the North Boston Fire Company in the town of Boston, New York, and whereas Mr. Kyle has been honored for his outstanding firefighter efforts several times over the course of his lengthy career with the North Boston Fire Company. He was awarded the Outstanding Firefighter Award in 1977 and the James R. Carr Dedicated Service Award in 2016. And whereas Mr. Kyle served as the North Boston Fire Chief from 1993 to 1995 and has been recognized as a top responder for 50 years. And whereas Mr. Kyle spent 40 years working in the parts department for various Ford dealerships and was well known as the person to go to when it came to information on Ford parts. He often knew more than someone using a computer to reference Ford parts. And whereas Mr. Kyle also speaks fluent German and is enjoying his retirement by regularly traveling to Europe, now therefore be it resolved, proclaimed that as a duly elected member of the New York State Legislature, Assemblyman David DiPietro joins the citizens of the 147th Assembly District in congratulating Thomas Kyle as he is recognized for his 50 years of dedicated service to the town of Boston, New York. Okay, next we'll move on to requests from the floor, so I'll make a motion to open up the floor for public comment. If you have any comment, please come up to the microphone, state your name and address, and you have 3 minutes. No comment again. Okay, so I will close the floor. Item number 4 tonight is, item number 5 tonight is Resolution 2020-11, which is agreement with the Boston Free Library Association. Councilwoman Lukacek.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Can you hear me all right? Is this on? Okay, just checking. Okay, the agreement with Boston Free Library Association, a resolution number 2020-11, hereby is authorized, the supervisor hereby is authorized on behalf of the town of Boston to enter an agreement with the Boston Free Library Association for the period commencing January 1st through December 31st, 2020, for the Boston Free Library to permit town use of its community room and to serve as an additional depository for documents filed for public inspection, and to support the maintenance of the library to provide meeting space and depository services for the town hereby is authorized to pay the Boston Free Library the sum of $1,000. I make a motion that we approve resolution number 2020-11.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Carankini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 6 this evening is Resolution 2020-12, which is authorizing the purchase of a dump truck for the Highway Department use. This particular resolution, I'll take this resolution this evening. The Town Highway Department, or Town Highway Superintendent has identified the need for a new dump truck to support the highway operations and replace a similar truck that was disposed of in 2019 after it reached the end of its useful life. This resolution, it essentially ties in with a whereas where there's a piggybacking clause where through the Cattaraugus County state bid, the total amount on the truck is $168,659. I'd like to make a motion to approve the new highway truck, resolution 2020-12 for the Highway Department.
Second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Carankini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 7 this evening is Resolution 2020-13, which is approve the cleaning of air ducts at the Town Hall and the State Trooper Barracks. Councilwoman Selby.
Yes, we have a need for a healthy work environment at the town hall and the trooper barracks. And it's been some time that the ducts have been cleaned. And we would like to approve resolution 2020-13 to approve the cleaning of the air ducts at the town hall and the state trooper barracks for Quinn Rugs in the amount of $5,200.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Carankini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 8 this evening is Resolution 2020-14, which is to approve the Code Red service agreements. Councilwoman Martin.
Thank you, Supervisor. Resolution 2020-14 is to approve the Code Red service agreement provided by Onsolve LLC. It's an effective way to communicate with persons located in the town and is able to target notifications sent by email and text by geographical area. This will be the second year the town has been using the service, and the service cost is a total of $3,200. I make a motion to approve this agreement.
Second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Carabini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukascik,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 9 this evening under new business, we have resolution 2020-15, which is to approve the zoning map project number P as in Peter 1903313. Councilwoman Lukascik.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. For those of you who have participated over the last number of years, 9, 10, 11, 12, and participated in the planning board, zoning board, this is a long time coming. The town has not had a new zoning map since 1991. The town board, planning board, zoning board of appeals, and code enforcement officers see the need to be working from the most up-to-date zoning information, not the color-coded map we use downstairs. On January 16th, Labella Associates prepared a proposal for the town board, which is the proposal number on the agenda. It outlines plans to update and digitize the zoning map data for the town. So now therefore be it resolved that the town of Boston authorizes the supervisor to enter in a contract with Labella Associates for the new zoning maps at a cost of $6,500. I make a motion, we approve resolution number 2020-15.
Second?
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Carabini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukascik,
Oh, yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
So you're saying that was at end of life field
A
match?
little bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, item number 10 tonight under new business, we have resolution 2020-16, which is authorization for the delegate to the annual meeting of the Association of Towns. I'm taking this particular resolution this evening. Traditionally, I'll attend the Association of Towns annual conference, and on the third day, which is the Wednesday, there's a bunch of legislation that the Association of Towns works with local municipalities to try to pass, whether it's unfunded mandates or things of that nature. We try to focus on key initiatives, and unfortunately, I'm not able to make it this year. So the resolution is essentially appointing Anna Kobioka, who's the town prosecutor, to be the delegate in my stead to the Association of Towns conference. And one of the other components of this resolution is called the non pro tonque, which is now for them. And that is because the timeline to submit to the Association of Towns is after the fact. So without further ado, I want to make a motion to approve resolution 2020-16.
Second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Carabini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukascik,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 11 this evening is resolution 2020-17, which is going to be denying approval for the site plan approval for the Broadway Group, LLC Dollar General Project at 9287 Boston State Road. And also, Councilwoman Lukascik will also be handling item number 12, which is resolution 2020-18, notice of intent to declare seeker lead agency status and determine the significance of the environmental impact site plan approval for the proposed Dollar General store on Boston State Road. Councilwoman Lukascik.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. The town board hereby finds that the site plan fails to conform to Town Code 97-10B and 123-167A1. The town board finds that the proposed retail store is out of character with the community in the proposed project location and is of a design, mass, scale, and use that is not harmonious with the surrounding neighborhood. And the town board hereby adopts and incorporates as part of this resolution the planning board's findings as set forth in the memorandum of Dr. Paul Zarnowski, planning board chairman, dated December 9, 2019, with the attachments. It is further resolved that the town board of the town of Boston hereby disapproves the final site plan submitted by the Broadway Group LLC for development of a Dollar General retail store at 9287 Boston State Road. I make a motion, we approve resolution 2020-17.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Carabini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukascik,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Following that, resolution 2020-18 Based on the resolution passing of 2020-17, I make a motion that we move to table resolution 2020-18.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Salvi,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukascik,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 13 under new business this evening is resolution 2020-19, which is authorizing the purchase of the utility tractor for the highway department use. Councilman Cardini.
Thank you Supervisor Keating. Resolution 2020-19 authorizes the purchase of a utility tractor for the highway department use. I make a motion that we accept this resolution.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Salvi,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukascik,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 14 under new business this evening is resolution 2020-20, allocating 2019 funds to the ambulance capital reserve fund. Councilwoman Martin.
Thank you Supervisor. Resolution 2020-20 is for allocating 2019 funds to the ambulance capital reserve fund. The Boston Emergency Squad received a FEMA grant to cover the cost of this equipment, thus freeing up some of the budgeted equipment money. The town board is adding unspent equipment funds to the ambulance capital reserve fund in the total amount of $6,400 from ambulance capital equipment account number SMO 454000200. These funds will be invested and reported under the same provisions set forth in resolution 2015-12, which established the ambulance capital reserve fund. I make a motion to approve allocating these 2019 funds.
Second?
Councilwoman Salvi,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukascik,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. Item number 15 under new business, which is the annual refuse licenses. Councilwoman Selby.
Yes, I would like to make a motion to approve the annual refuse licenses. These are included Allied Waste Service and Modern Disposal Services.
Second.
Anything else, please?
And waste management.
Waste Management.
That's okay.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukascik,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, items number 16, 17, and 18. These are all reappointment requests. Item number 16 is Vince Mangino, a request for reappointment as the chairman of our town's Conservation Advisory Council. We have Sharon Stewart, who has a request in to be reappointed to the Conservation Advisory Council. She's a longstanding member. And Noah Quinlan is a request for reappointment to the Conservation Advisory Council. All three of these will be handled by Councilwoman Martin.
Thank you, Supervisor. We received letters from Vince Mangino requesting reappointment for 1 year as chairman of the Conservation Advisory Council. We received letters from both Sharon Stewart and Noah Quinlan requesting their 2-year terms be extended in through till March 1st, 2022. For all three of these candidates, Vince Mangino, Sharon Stewart, and Noah Quinlan, I make a motion to accept their reappointments.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukascik,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 19 is the use of facility for the Charlotte Ave pre-K graduation. Councilwoman Selby.
Yes, I'd like to approve the use of facility form for Charlotte Avenue Pre-K for their annual graduation picnic on June 19, 2020.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukascik,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 20 is a use of facility for Fred Klepp for the Drake family reunion. Councilman Cardini.
Thank you Supervisor Keating. We have a request for the Drake family reunion submitted by Fred Klepp. The event is to be held on August 22nd, 2020 from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. They're requesting the use of the Lions Shelter. They are not serving alcohol. This is a private party and is not a public special event. I make a motion that we accept this application for use.
Second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukashev,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item number 21, for new business, we have the use of town meeting facility for Herb Klein for the hospice banquet distribution. Councilman Cardini.
Thank you Supervisor Keating. We've got another application of use for town meeting facility. This organization is for hospice, submitted by Herb Klein for the purpose of distributing hospice bouquets. The date of this event is Wednesday, March 4th, 2020 at 1 p.m. And his group is requesting the town hall community room without the kitchen. I make a motion that we accept this application for use.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukashev,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, item number 22 is another use of town meeting facility for Erie County Board of Elections. I'm taking this one here. There's quite a few new dates here because of the new early voting. So essentially, the presidential primary, which is early voting from April 18th, 2020 through April 26th, 2020, and then the weekends from 11:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and weekdays from 11:30 a.m. until 9:30 p.m. This use facility also includes the primary, which is early voting on June 13th, 2020, and June 21st, 2020, weekends from 11:30 a.m. until 6:30 p.m., and weekdays from 11:30 a.m. until 9:30 p.m. And then last but not least, the general election, which is early voting October 24th, 2020 through November 1st, 2020. The weekends from 11:30 a.m. until 6:30 p.m. and weekdays 11:30 a.m. until 9:30 p.m. All of these dates and times are here at the town hall. The town clerk has verified that the meeting room is available for the voting. So I'd like to make a motion to approve the town meeting facility requests. You get multiple requests here for the Erie County Board of Elections.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukashev,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
I'd like to thank our town clerk also, by the way, because all these dates came in, the legislation went in, and our town clerk's office actually did a great job adjusting some of the things there. So thank you for your help and assistance. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Item number 23 under new business, we have the use of facility for the Boston Arts Council Summer Concert Series. Councilman Cardini.
Thank you Supervisor Keating. The Boston Arts Council, Allison Kosher, is requesting the use of the Lions Shelter with bathroom facility for our 2020 Summer Concert Series. Very pleased to report that we did see a substantial increase in the money that we got for 2020 versus previous years. So look for a real nice concert lineup for this summer. I know Allison's very excited about it. We're getting a lot of interest in people come to our town to play music at the Lions Shelter. So we're expecting a real nice year. The dates for the summer concert series are July 7th, 14th, 16th, 21st, 28th, and August 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th will be the final one of the year. I make a motion that we approve this application for use of facility.
I'll second. I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Absolutely, yes.
Councilwoman Lukashev,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. There's no old business tonight, so we'll move on to reports and presentations. Highway Superintendent.
Yes, first I'd like to thank the board for authorizing the purchase of the new dump truck and the new tractor. This tractor is to replace the 15-year-old tractor that we got. This tractor is used for mowing the shoulders of the roads. It's got an arm that reaches out over the guardrails. It reaches out 18 foot to mow the shoulders back, and it also has a broom on the front for sweeping all the roads in the springtime. So that's what the tractor's used for. And then I still have a highway worker who's still been off. He's got an illness. He's been off since the middle of December. Hopefully he'll be back in March. The other guy's been doing a great job keeping up plowing the roads. Seems like the only time we get much snow usually is on the weekends, but this week we're going to get a little early, so that's a good thing. That's all I have tonight.
Thank you very much. Councilwoman Selby.
Yes, It's been a learning experience the first month. I've gotten a lot of activity on the drainage area, been contacted by people around town with their major erosion and drainage issues. I reached out to Erie County Soil and Water, and we're planning on revisiting some of these sites this spring to hopefully bring in some grant money by next year. It takes a long time to get these things going. Everybody's got to be on the same page, but I'm confident with Erie County working with us, we can hopefully get things going. There's a couple areas that I graciously appreciate our attorney looking at to try to get onto some property to maintain some of those back areas to get in there. I've also been in touch with Nussbaumer and Clark regarding water 3 tank, trying to get some resolution on some early deterioration on that tank. Hopefully, we can maybe possibly reach out to the company with the paint to try to resolve some of those issues. I also had the honor and privilege to attend the Boston Colden Chamber of Commerce. It was very well attended, very enjoyable evening, as well as the Boy Scout pancake breakfast. Thank you, that's all.
All right, thank you very much. Councilman Tarantini.
Thank you Supervisor Keating. I wanted to take another opportunity and thank Legislator Mills for coming out tonight. The gentleman from Erie County Fire, I don't know if he's still with us, but.
Chris Cowell.
Okay. And also Mitch Martin from Senator Gallivan's office. It's always a pleasure to have you guys, come to the town of Boston and see what we're up to. I know everybody's very busy, so I just wanted to take a moment and thank you guys for that. Certainly extend a heartfelt thank you to the North Boston Fire Company for inviting me to their installation dinner. It's an honor to be a part of that in a small way. I really do see you guys, all the men and women of all the volunteer fire companies and emergency services in this town as being the real heroes in the town. And it's a great honor for me to be able to attend and be welcomed in. It's one of the things that I'm really proud to be a part of. And I stand in awe in the service every time I go there and listen to the years of service people have had and the dedication they have, selfless dedication to the town. So I just wanted to thank you guys for the invitation. I also wanted to thank the Boston Fire Company for inviting me and allowing me to attend my father's 75th birthday party and dinner that they had for him in Northeast Ohio, and thank Councilwoman Martin for standing in for me. I've heard that was a great event, and I'm sure that there was a lot of fun had. So that's all I have tonight.
All right, thank you very much. Councilwoman Lukacek.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Wanted to thank the planning board. It elected as officers for the 2020 year. Dr. Paul Zarnowski, chairman, James Legal, vice chairman, and Tara Lowry, our secretary. Just to remind everyone, as Councilman Cardacchini had mentioned, the township only runs effectively based on its volunteer and the associations with the volunteers. So thank you again. That's all I've got.
Great, thank you. Councilwoman Martin.
Thank you Supervisor. As Mike mentioned, I had the honor of attending the Boston Fire installation